Alright, welcome back, and let's write our first algorithm, a very basic one. And to do this, let's get started. I'm going to create a new package here. I'm going to call this algorithms. Okay, finish this. Here we go. So inside this package, I'm going to create a class, and I'm going to have this be just our demo. And so in this demo is where we'll basically do our setup. So I'm going to define an array. So we're going to do a search array. So let's first define an array they're going to be working with. So we'll say int numbers equals, and let's just give us some numbers here, 10, whoops, any of these will do fine, right? Nothing really particular about this. Okay, so here's our numbers, and what we want to do is call a function that finds, or that searches for a specific number. Okay? So I'm going to create a new class inside of algorithms, and I'm going to call this search. So we'll write some methods in here for searching. Okay, so search, the first one we're going to learn about is the linear search. So I'm going to make this public static void. Again, why is this public static void? Public is because when available outside the class itself. Static is we don't want to access an object of it. We don't want to create an object. We want to actually just access this directly. And then void, actually let's do it int. So we'll return the position. And we'll say this is linear search. Okay, so we're going to take, linear search will take a data set, so we'll call it data set, and we also need to know what we're searching for, so we're going to do integer target. So target is what we're going to try and find, data set is what we're finding it in. So in our demo, what we want to do then is call algorithms dot search dot linear search. We'll pass our numbers array, and then let's say we want to search for the number 73. Okay, so here's search. Okay, so what's our algorithm going to be? Again, as a human, we can find this easily, but we need to write instructions for the computer. So all we need to do, I mean, the thought process here is we want to iterate through the entire data set. So iterate through data set, searching for target, right? So what's that going to be? Well, we know it's going to be for. We can do a for each or for a counter. In fact, let's not do a for each. Let's do for integer I equals 0. As long as I is less than dataset.length, and we're going to increment by 1 each time. So this is going to go through the entire array. And what we want to do is we want to see if the data set at I is equal to the target. So we want to test it, right? So we want to say if this is true, then we will return I, which is the index, and then we will break. Okay, let's see. We want to see if it's equal to. Here we go. Okay, now in case this actually doesn't happen, then we want to do return 0 or return -1. Actually, we don't even need to hit break here because once it hits the return, it's going to get out anyway. So once this return happens, it's just going to break out of this function altogether. So in other words, as long as this evaluates to something, then this will never execute. So, for example, now we can run this, and we can say integer position equals that, and then we can say this is out. Found at position POS. There we go. And then concatenate that. There we go. Okay. Here we go, found a position 4. So at each time, of course, it's iterating through element by element, seeing if that value is in that space, and we're traversing that using an index. So this is the most basic search we can do. It's a linear search, and obviously very easy to think through, but it's kind of introducing us to how to think and critically think through problems and using algorithms to solve those problems.